Hey everybody, my name is Flairblitz here and welcome back to It Moves. Now we're on Chapter 2, Labyrinth, I believe it's called. So I'm not sure what we're supposed to do here. We'll just we'll just go investigate these places. Looks like there's some red dots on here at the moment. But what the hell is that? And I was thinking, this is a very, very good game. I thoroughly enjoy it. The suspense is still there. The suspense was still there the suspense was there at the start of the game. I mean, this is just brilliant. But I'm not too sure what to do but now. It seems we're trapped in here. And we've got nowhere to go. I don't like this. Nope. That's not what I wanted to do. So we're now in the labyrinth, but we have nowhere to go. These buttons look familiar, but I have no... Unless I'm pressing the wrong buttons. Okay, so there's a smile there, there's a sad there, there's a smile there, and there's a sad there. Okay. Oh, I'm supposed to press them in an order, right. Yeah. I think it goes from happiest to saddest. Yes, that's it. And this one. There we go. The doors are all down. Just wonderful. Just wonderful. That is wonderful. Wait a minute, are the sounds even on? No, the sounds aren't even on. Okay, that seems a bit better now. Nothing of interest, I think. Hi. Okay, that's done that. And there is something very fade in... Oh my god, I'm somehow going faster. There's something on my screen. A poster of some concept that looks old. Okay. Okay, that explains some things now as to why there wasn't any sound. A wanted poster. Some kind of machinery. Okay. And a corpse. What's that? I don't know what that is. It's all in your head. I saw something there. What is this thing on my screen? There's a face there. What do we do from... Oh my god, I'm going even faster now. And it's getting more visible. I swear the face is getting more visible. Hello. Oh my god. This is so terrifying. The suspense is always there. Hi. Always with his kidney in his dreams. Something that terrifies him. Oh my god, there's a spirit there I got pulled on. Oh hello. Another one up there. What are these things? I'm going super fast now. I'm not sure what it is. Hi! Hello! Can I help you, sir? When you awaken from a deep sleep to something moving or stirring, it can take a few moments for you to truly understand what is happening. The fog of sleep hangs over your eyes and ears, even when lucid. Something was moving. There was no doubt about that. At first I wasn't sure what it was. Everything was dark, almost pitch black. but there was enough light creeping in from outside to outline that room. Two thoughts appeared in my mind almost simultaneously. The first was that my parents were in bed because the rest of the house lay both in darkness and silence. The second thought turned to the noise. A noise which had obviously woken me. That was it. Bed sheets rustling in the dark and someone breathing, as if some disturbed sleeper was attempting to get all too comfortable in the bottom bunk. I lay there in disbelief, thinking that the noise was either my imagination, or perhaps just my pet cat finding somewhere comfortable to spend the night. It was then that I found my door, shut if it has been as I'd fallen asleep. Perhaps one had checked in on me and the cat had sneaked into my room then. Yes, that must have been it. I turned to face the wall, closing my eyes in the vain hope I could fall back to sleep. As I moved, the rustling noise from underneath me ceased. I thought that I must have disturbed my cat, but quickly I realised that the visitor in the bottom bunk was much less mundane when my pet tried to sleep, and much more sinister. As if alerted to and disgruntled by my presence, the disturbed sleeper began to toss and turn violently, like a child having a tantrum in their bed. I could hear the streets twist and turn with increasing velocity. Fear then gripped me, not like the subtle sense of unease I had experienced earlier, but now potently terrifying. My heart raced as my eyes panicked. Scanning the almost impenetrable darkness, I let out a cry. As most young boys do, I conceivingly shouted on my mum. I could hear something stir on the other side of her house, but as I began to breathe a sign of relief that my parents was coming to save me, the bunk bed suddenly started to shake violently, as if gripped by an earthquake, scraping against the wall. I could hear the sheets blowing me, thrashing me around, as if tormented by malice. I did not want to jump down to safety, as I feared the fiend in the bottom bunk would reach out and grab me, pulling me into the darkness, so I stayed there, white knuckles clenching my own blanket like a shroud of protection. The wait seemed like an eternity. Hello? What's wrong? Did you have a bad dream? I cried and my mother consoled me. Tears of fear, followed by relief, streamed down my face. Yet, though all the horror and relief, I did not tell her why I was so upset. I cannot explain it, but it was as though whatever had been in that bunk would return if I even so much as spoke of it. Whether that was the truth, I do not know, but as a child I felt like as if that unseen menace remained close, listening. There's a monster in my nightmares. My mother laid in the empty bunk, promising to stay there until morning, but the next day wanted to go anywhere but in that suffocating room. It was a Saturday and I played outside, quite happily with my friends. Although our house was not large, we were lucky to have a long sloping garden in the back. We played there often, as much of it was overgrown and we could hide in the bushes, climbing a huge sycamore tree which towered above all else, and easily imagine ourselves in the throes of a grand adventure. As fun as it was, occasionally our eye would turn to a small window in my room, ordinary, slight and inconspicuous, but for me that thin boundary was a looking glass into a strange cold bucket of dread. Outside, the lush green surroundings of our garden filled with the smiling faces of my friends. Inside, the feeling of something in that room watching me play, waiting for the night when I would be alone, eagerly filled with hate. It may sound strange to you, but by the time my parents ushered me back into that room for the night, I said nothing. I didn't protest. I didn't even make an excuse as to why I couldn't sleep there. I still felt that this fiend would be enraged if I so much as spoke of it. Another night came. Bom bom bom. I remember I only did the first chapter in the first place, so I'm going to do one chapter. I mean, 2 chapters in this episode. Factorized. So it's Labyrinth and Factorized. Oh, hello. Yes, please. I would love to save. A banner of a long pole. It's too old and torn to make out details. What is this being in the middle? A huge skull? Yeah, it's a huge skull. Just feels like we're gonna go around in circles now. Okay, it's getting slightly more suspense now. The skull has glowing eyes. Yeah, still. Everything's really flashing now. And it's getting a bit more red with scenery here for background. A huge skull. Again, a huge skull. Everything's really, really blinking. What's it skull? What? Now I've got the sound on, I've realised how scary this is. Oh, hello. Some kind of machine. I can't get through there. Can't get through there. A picture of some kind of green landscape. The picture is in too bad shape to make out any details. Why does this boy dream of all this stuff? Looks like something he used to pull out. Oh, there's a fan there. A large fan circulates into stuffy air. Good for that. And also, in that last nightmarish scene, why did we run so fast towards the end? It's like every time we encountered one of those red monsters, we just kept running faster and faster. Maybe I'm getting slowly possessed. There's some sort of circle right there. I forgot what that was. What star sign was called. Someone was in the airport. What are we supposed to be doing? Are we supposed to be finding switches? Maybe we're switch hunting. Okay, I just found a hello on the floor there. That's good. Oh, we turned that. Or maybe one of the fences will be open. Maybe that's what it is. I only just noticed that until it came along. Hello. Are you? I don't know what that second word says. All I could say is hello, are you? This is truly sinister. This is probably the scariest game like this I've ever played. I'm not making that up. This is proper sinister. Oh my god, there's a face there. There is a face there. I can see it. I've just noticed it now. So where do we go next? Which way is the next destination? Stillness and silence. You best not say anything. Hello. Oh, I've already done that one. Where do we go now? Where do we go now from here? Where do we go now from here? Can you let me through so I can see the monster? I don't know. Maybe. But maybe not. I would have done that one, I think. Yeah, I would have done that one. So the next one is an unknown. Okay, let's check over here again. I think that's called a pentagram or a paragram. I'm not sure. Put an altar there to summon something from the other world. Don't think it's here. No, it's not here. Oh, hello, this one. Creepy mask. I see a face there. Would you mind telling me what it is? No. Leave this place now. There's some creepy clown on the screen there. Why? This is unlike any other one of those RPG horror games I've played. This is more of a quest adventure horror style game. Hi again. Okay, it's not here. Obviously, as I flick a switch, one of those bar gates open up. Does it look a bit different, that table? I'm not quite sure now. I keep going past this way. Definitely not up there, because I've just been up there. This one up here? Now these are pouring out. Red liquid. Obviously it's blood. Yes, hello. Okay, I've just been up there. What about this way? Can we go this way? We can go this way. Not that mask again. Well, seriously, what was that thing in a red mask? And it was smiling at me at the end, a sinister smile. This flooring looks a bit different. Is it just me? Or does it just look a bit different? I know you're there. Oh, this is open up now. Goody. That looks horrible. Hi, I'm getting out of there. I'm getting out of there, definitely, for sure. Nothing still hasn't opened up. I thought that was going to do something. At some point. And somehow. What the? Wait, do I see something? I thought I saw something flickering out there. Maybe it's just my imagination. Goody, we can access there. Okay. What's that done for us? Hi. Who are you? Servant of Satan. It's funny how certain words can remain hidden from your mind, no matter how blatant or obvious they are. One word came to me that night, lying there in the darkness alone, frightening, aware of a rotten change in the atmosphere, a thickening of the air as if it somehow displaced it. As I heard the first casual twists of the bed sheets below, the first anxious increase of my heartbeat at the realization that something was once again in the bottom bunk. That word, the word which had been sent into exile, filtered up through my consciousness, breaking free of all repression, gasping for air, screaming, etching and carving inside itself into my mind. Ghost! As this thought came to me, I noticed that my unwelcome visitors ceased moving. The bed sheets lay calm and dormant, but they had been replaced by something far more hideous. Excuse me. A slow, rhythmic, risping breath heaved and escaped from that thing below. I could imagine its chest rising and filling with each shriek, wheezing and garbled breath. I shuddered and hoped beyond all hope that it would leave without occurrence. The house lay, as it had the previous night, in a thick blanket of darkness. Silence prevailed, all but for the perverted breath of mine. As yet unseen bunkmates, I lay there terrified. I just wanted this thing to go, to leave me alone. What did it want? Then something unmistakably chilling transpired. It moved in a different way from before. When it threw itself around in the bottom bunk, it seemed unrestrained, without purpose, almost animalistic. For that thing lying there in the darkness, that thing which seemed intent on terrorizing a young boy, calmly and not... Well, that thing sat up. Its laboured breathing had become louder. Now only a mattress and a few flimsy wood sheets separated my body from the unearthly breath below. I lay there, my eyes filled with tears, a fear which mere words cannot relate to you or anyone else coursed through my veins. I would not have believed that this fear could have been heightened, but I was so wrong. I imagined what this being would look like, sitting there listening from below my mattress, hoping to catch the slightest hint that I was awake. Imagination that turned to an unnerving reality. It began to touch the wooden slats which my mattress sat on. It seemed to caress through carefully, running what I imagined to be fingers and hands across the surface of the wood. Then, with great force, it prodded angrily between two slats into the mattress. Even below the padding, it felt as though someone has viciously stuck their fingers into my side. I lay there, an almighty crying, wheezing, shaking, and moving thing in the bunk below replied in kind by violently vibrating the bunk as if it had done the night before. Small flakes of paint powdered onto my blanket from the wall as the frame of the bed scraped along it, backwards and forwards. Once again I was bathed in light, and there stood my mother, loving, caring as she always was. With a comforting hug and calming words which eventually subdued my hysteria. Of course she asked what was wrong, but I could not say. I dared to not say. I simply said one word over and over and over again. Nightmare. This pattern of events continued for weeks, if not months. Night after night I would awaken to the sound of rustling sheets. Each time I would scream so as to not provide this abomination with time to prod and feel for me. With each cry the bed would shake violently, stopping with the arrival of my mother, who would spend the rest of the night in the bottom bunk, seemingly unaware of the sinister force torturing her son nightly. Along the way I managed to feign ignorance a few times and come up with other less than truthful reasons for sleeping in my parents' bed, but more often than not I would be alone for the first few hours of each night in that place. There's a long story here, guys. Please embrace it. The room where the light from outside did not sit right, alone with that thing. With time you can become desensitized to almost anything, no matter how horrific. I come to realize that for whatever reason, this thing could not harm me when my mother was present. I am sure the same would have been said for my father, but as long as he was, waking him from sleep was almost impossible. Waking me, on the other hand, was no trouble at all, thanks to the nightmares. Nightmares. What's that sound? Chapter 4. Anger Overload. Yeah, I'm gonna save. And this looks like a very good point to end the episode. So, that, as soon as I turned the sound on, because I didn't realise I turned the sound off at a prior point in a different game, which is using the same sort of RPG maker package as this one. And somehow I turn it off, and then I pressed F1 and turn it back on again. Now this is very, very good. So I'm wondering why the game was so silent. But there we go, that has it go. This is a truly terrifying and sinister game. I have not been as scared as a game as I've been now. And give this a try if you really want a scary experience. So the link in the description below as to where you can find it. Hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I'll see you all in the next time of It Moves. Take care everyone.